Fool coming to you with another video. I hope all is well. This is going to be part video, part commentary. The thing is that like there's certain pages like on, and there's certain platforms such as, I'm not going to name no names, but there's a couple who know who they are. And one actually just came out and basically told black women what Kevin Samuels has been telling black women, but he did it in such a way that it wasn't as hardcore as Kevin Samuels did it. You know, that's what he did do. You know what I mean? And so what happened is that we want to get into that and talk about the concept of love. The thing is, when I first started the channel, I started the channel with another fellow Pulo, but I don't know actually what happened with him, and may Allah preserve him in whatever he's doing. May Allah help him in whatever endeavors he's doing. I wish nothing but the best for him, in whatever endeavors he's doing. This was originally a dual channel, because of our like-mindedness in boxing and the like thereof. Now, the thing is that I just took over the channel. You know what I mean? Um, and I just and as I run the channel, I'm still learning as I'm going. You know, I'm still upgrading things to make it a good experience. Now the thing is that there's so many people who push black love and things like that, and there's so many people who will criticize black dudes for looking out or going outside their race and stuff like that. And the thing is at first, when I first started the channel, because I was trying to, I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to appeal to the masses. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna like sit here and cap and act like I wasn't trying to appeal to the masses. Um, I was, but then I realized that what I was trying to push does not exist. You know what I mean? What I was trying to get across, what I was trying to promote, does not exist. And I was very reluctant on, I was very reluctant in saying that I'm Muslim and things like that. But now, because just the time we're living in, I think by me calling myself a Muslim, I distinguish myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am a traditional West African Muslim man. And so with that being said, you know, the concept of love for us is different from the concept of love uh for these like for these just people in general. And I'll give an example of it um in a few minutes. I want to read some things and just like I want to land my point in the video that I want to show you. you know so the thing is that like you know when it comes to God, loving us and stuff like that, we're given this like notion that he loves us unconditionally. And that's far from the truth, because it's a simple fact. Like, let's take a example. you know if God, like, let's just look at it from a standpoint, just a regular standpoint. If God loved, like, people unconditionally, then basically our lives um would kind of be meaningless, and our lives would kind of be like, our acts would be meaningless too, because Like if he loved us unconditionally, it means like good or bad, he will love us. And it's like, okay, so like let's say I like build a school or something, and the next person like builds a and the next person is killing, like, yeah, it wouldn't be fair that they would be loved the same, um now um let's look at an example. Like if a teacher gives the highest mark to all his students, whether they ask like all answer correctly or not, whether they were absent or not, um wouldn't love like become like an empty shell then? Like, you know what I mean? um Everything has to have a balance, right? And so the thing is that is that when it comes to human love, and that's why it's like I really get kind of like annoyed when people are pushing this black love and stuff like that, because it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It really doesn't exist. If it existed, then people wouldn't be in the situation. There would be no need for a Kevin Samuels. There would be no need for what you call it, foolish spear, what I call it, a foolish spear. Because the reason for the foolish spear is to stop and prevent the spread of this hynocracy, these masculine bonquishas, these chaotic Karens, these Malbogia Marias, these I want to say illicit linglings from spreading to my neck of the woods and spreading to the other side of the world, where women still know how to be women. That's the reason for the foolish spear. It's just basically my way of calling it the manual spear or whatever the case may be. Now, the thing is that when it comes to basically love, by nature humans are love humans are like humans are gonna be like love anybody who's gonna be kind to them, right? um now now the thing is that in the Quran, right, it says, if your forefathers, your children, your brothers, your wives, your clans, the goods you earn, the trade whose decline you fear, and the dwellings that are pleasing to you are dearer to you than Allah and His Messenger, and strive in the cause of Allah, then wait until Allah brings His command, and Allah guides not the transgressors. So when you look at it, like even if you were to look at things from like a Christian point of view or any other kind of religious point of view, I mean, most of the world religions have like a woman being pleasing to her husband, or a woman, and also a woman being obedient to her husband, as like basically God is instructing that, like, that's a rule from God. It's not like a rule from like, it's not just a human rule. It's usually a divine rule, and so with that being said, is they the way they're moving out here is that they're disobeying God, and so that's why you see them in the situations they're in right now. Okay. um Now, the thing is that let me look at part two. Because the thing is, it must be said, like love has to be enlightened. Um, it has to be realistic and insightful. You know, one's love of something or some person should not make you negligent of the truth. And also, the thing is that it is said here that love can make you blind and deaf. If you love someone who, um, if you love someone, it's like very like it's very unlikely that you're gonna have an impartial view of it, unless the love is directed by reasons. This is why that like even the masters of pure uh spiritual purification suggested that you should not be overwhelmed by love. You have to be vigilant, observant, and discerning to put everything in its rightful place and give everything its due. It is in virtue of this perspective that um a way of not it that that like spiritual purification is a way of knowledge rather than a way of love. It tends to repudiate partialities, which the perspective of love necessarily condones and even encourages. So, like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of you guys like to simp. A lot of you guys are looking for love in the physical sense, in the emotional sense, and you shouldn't be looking from it, and you're not going to find it from these Western women. That's the thing. That ship has long sailed. Like, if you can't expect someone who doesn't love themselves to like have love for you, you know. And that's just what I'm trying to get at. Like, the thing about black love is it's almost like I want to say that the way some of these people push it, it's almost like you see that thing. It's almost like people make it out to be as common as apple pie or something, and that is not the case at all. You know, it's not the case. It's the complete opposite. You know, and this is just the reality we live in. You know, this is just the reality, because I'm about to show you something, and this is the thing about these people. They need to stop doing this. The Kendra G's, all these dating coaches and stuff like that, they need to cut this shit out, man. Because this dating, like, come on now, bro. Like, they need to stop doing this. They need to stop with this dating culture shit. This shit is obsolete at this point. Okay, a date is a damn transaction. It's a foodie call. It's a get my nails and hairs done thing. It's, if you really balling like that, buy me a Birkin bag. It's that. Okay, it's nothing of trying to get married at this time. But let's listen to what someone says. And this woman, you know, I wish she would just give it up. I really wish she would just give this shit up, you know. But I guess, you know, I can't knock people's hustle. It makes them money. But let's look at this.
You're reading? Yeah, I was actually reading. I ship out.
So this is I guess a matchmaking type of thing. Like, I guess it's kind of similar to Kendra D or Kendra G, but they actually see each other. I guess they see each other and stuff like that. But let's get into it.
In a few days, so I was just reading The Art of Strategy. Okay.
So you see her face already. She doesn't even like the fact that the brother is reading. You know, you see her face, the one in the middle. You see that she's not even in, like, she's not even like the least bit like intrigued that the dude is reading. That's why. And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how I repel a lot of these modern women. I keep a book with me. Like if I'm running some errands, I may stop at the cafe to do spreadsheets or something like that, but I'll have a book with me. And when I'm like taking break from work, I'm reading, 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 reading. And I kid you not, it keeps them, it repels modern Western women. I'm dead serious. In fact, I might, man, I may have to do another, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a YouTube video to show the update of my collection of my books pretty soon. Man, you know what? That's coming soon. Because I got a lot more new books since I last showed. But let's continue.
Military?
Yeah, so actually I'm a nuclear physicist for the Navy.
No.
So I do that in a few.
So, this brother is this dude works as a nuclear physicist in the Navy. You know what I mean? So he's in the service. While I don't condemn being in the service, I would never be in the American service. You know me. Put me in a guerrilla fighter. Put me in guerrilla fighter mode. You know what I mean? But yeah, calm guy. He seems like a calm, chill guy. But let's listen.
A few days.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How old are you?
I am 27. I look a little young. I'm not that young.
Yeah, keeping up, and I'm pretty sure he engages in physical activities since he's in the Navy. I'm pretty sure that just goes by default. That he keeps himself in shape.
Yeah, you look young. So where do you live?
So I'm actually in the Woodlands, Texas right now. Right down there by Houston. I'm about 30 minutes away from Houston. So I'm a little close.
Oh, nice. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Man, where do I start?
It's like an interview. Like when you're dating with these women, like there's been many videos that I've even shown in the past that a woman, like, they don't even like the way they vet you, the way that these modern Western women vet you is even kind of like a what you can do for me type vetting. Like, okay, like what do you got to offer, basically? What do you got to offer me? They won't directly say that, but they'll indirectly say it in certain ways. And you have her, unfortunately, at the helm, the host, and I hate to say it, but may Allah humble her. You have that host at the helm hosting this madness, and it's like, bro, it's not cool. Like, I don't know why you would even host this madness. What time the thing is, she's a woman her damn self, so she knows what time it is with these women. So I don't know why she's even like, you know what I mean? It just makes no sense to me. She knows. That's the thing about Kendra, G, and all of them. They know better. They know what time it is, but yet they still entertain this BS, this madness. They already know what time it is, but they still entertain it. And that's the sad thing about it for me, is that they know how these women are. They are women themselves, okay? And they still entertain it. The thing is, there's one sister, shout outs to her, we don't always, I don't always see eye to eye. Like, I disagreed with how she felt about what Will Smith did. But shout outs to this sister named Danica Marie. Okay? You don't see her doing no damn matchmaking. You don't see her doing that crap. You see her telling the truth, about women. But let's continue.
I like martial arts a lot. I did a bit of pharmacy back when I was a little bit younger, about 2-3 years ago.
So the man can. So this would already be like, okay, this would already be someone you would be like, oh, okay, that's what's up. That means if you're a woman, you're like, okay, if he's in the martial arts, that means he probably can protect me. You know what I mean? That means he probably could, like, make sure I'm okay and I'm all good in case it came down to it.
I got certified at pharmacy around when I was 17. I didn't really do anything with it. I went to university for a while. I was getting like a business degree, so I have a bachelor's in business. And then I did pharmacy for a little while, for about 3 years, and then got bored. So I was like, let's go see what the military has to offer. Didn't do anything. I did my PICAT about a year ago. Got a 96 on that. It goes up to a 99. Got a 96. They offered me nuclear physics, and I was like, why the fuck not? So I went there, and now I ship out in a few days.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, best of luck.
This brother is smart. This brother is really smart. Very much smart. 17 pharmacy and stuff like that. Very smart brother, man. You gotta commend him.
As you ship out pineapples.
Yeah. Why?
Because he literally didn't tell me any qualities about himself. He's just like, I made a 96 on this. I did this. And I feel like I did that at first too. But however, I need a man with some personality.
You felt that quick? You know you didn't have
So
personality?
Yes, I'm really good at reading people.
So what is she saying essentially is she needs a dude. Let's translate. I'm going to translate this for y'all. Okay? In the word of words, what she needs is she needs a guy who sells drugs, a guy who has multiple felonies, a guy who is going to be a sick'em boy, and also a guy who has the same attributes of a Pookie and Ray Ray. That's what she wants, okay? You would think that since the brother is in the martial arts and he probably knows a couple of martial arts and stuff like that, she didn't ask like, oh, you know, what kind of martial arts you do. But if the brother had tattoos on his face as well, tattoos on his neck, things of that nature, then she would have been all over him. So to that host, and I'm not even trying to suggest anything, but to that host, you may want to get Pookie and Ray Ray on there if you're trying to play matchmaker, because that's what these women want. Okay, at the end of the day, you can try to lie to men and say that they want good men and stuff like that, but it's not going to work. We're hip to it now. We're very hip. But anyhow, man, that's just my thoughts on the whole situation. There is no black love, and this is not being coonish or anything like that. I'm not being coonish. I'm just stating the reality. Okay. Or let's just say there is no largely visible black love. It's not visible like that. And there's very few examples for people to follow. You know, because I hate to say it, that most Beledro women are, you know, of the same vein as Malbogia. But anyhow, that's all I got for now. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and jot on.